What's up, traders? It's Tim from Volatility Trading, and we are back for another week of the top ISW alerts. Let's get to it. All right, so coming in at number 5, and as always, we're not going in any particular order. We're just going to start from the beginning of the week and head towards the end. We're going to start here at 9:35 on September 3rd on ARDX. The alert is at 381. So let's take a look. As you can see, I drew the line already. Just go ahead and circle the candle. It was actually this green candle is where I gave the alert because it had continued down. Remember, this is a 2-minute chart, so it still could have been coming down. Gave us the alert at 381, and as you can see, it decided to turn around. The scanner's designed to get you to bring up the chart. As you can see, there was plenty of time in the 8-minute period here to find an entry, kind of feel that it was reversing. And as you can see, it went from 381 all the way back up here before it decided to turn around and come back down. And if you are somebody that likes to play patterns, what do you see here? All right. And then if you like to play shorts, what do you see here? Huge intense move up on volume, right up to high a day. Look at that line, straight across, double top on a huge intense move, extension from VWAP. This thing was just absolutely beautiful if you're looking to short. That's exactly what you're looking for on both sides, because look at the move we got here. This is the move that we were alerted, the top alert we were looking at. But if you like to be a little bit more short biased, ARDX gave you both sides. And if you wanted to hold this all day, just based off your entry, if you were using low a day as your stop after you got in, like if you had some leftovers, this thing got all the way up there in the after hours anyways. But even before the market closed, it got up here to 580. So ARDX was just awesome both ways. On to the next one. All right, coming in at number 4, we got LCI. It's actually on September 3rd as well, all the way down here, 934 at 1075. One of the more bottom max percent gains, but when you see the chart, you'll understand why. This is just absolutely amazing and exactly what we look for on both sides. So let's go ahead and take a look. And the alert was at 934 at 1075. So right here on this candle. So if we want to take a look there, what happens? Pull up the chart, goes a little bit further up here, a little through 1080, actually comes up to around almost 1090, and we get the reversal all the way back down here under 1070. And then it gives us another intense move up. These are on the scanner. They just weren't as big of a move back down. And there we go. Another big move down, another big move up, another big move down. And this one it's not in the top alerts, but I do remember this being traded both ways on Team ISW. And again, even if you got in on this big move, like right here, looking for this thing to pop, say you got in like right here and you didn't get out here, well, with proper risk management and the huge move as it continued back down, if you added down and say you even got in like right here, now your average is probably like right here. I mean, you still look at this move. I mean, longs take a little bit longer, but look at the move it gave you. I mean, just both sides was just absolutely amazing. And even later in the day, we got a bunch of volume. We had a big sell-off. And look at these bottom wicks. So if you got in looking to find a bottom here and you were just scalping, I mean, there's tons of opportunity here. Bottom wick where the candle closed. Bottom wick, this one kind of continued, but then look at the bottom wick here, and then look, it got all the way back up here. So just tons of opportunity when the intense move on volume happens. And look, here we go again, huge move down here, and you get the move back up. And then it kind of consolidates here. Like you don't really see the big candles anymore the rest of the day. But just LCI was on the scanner all day on the 3rd. I remember seeing it. It was just nonstop. But the big alert was this one. It was right off the big move, and we got a real nice move right back down it's exactly what you look for. It came all the way back down to VWAP, and that's what you get. So LCI, on to the next one. All All right, so coming in at number 3, we have OPGN, and this was kind of a show stealer. As you can see, it was just all over the place, as you can see on bearish and bullish side. Let's just take a look at it here from September 4th. Let's move this up here. And I know this was pretty active in the pre-market, but right at the bell when this volume started coming in, look at this huge, it did a little bit of a dip and rip, but then look at this huge intense move up, and it just came right into resistance. Let's draw a line here from that pre-market high. We had a nice little line there. It tried to get right up to it, and it got denied on an intense move. And sure enough, look at this huge, beautiful move right back down. This was up at $12, so it was around $11.90, and it comes all the way back down to about $10.40. Not exactly sure why my dot got smaller, but that's okay. And then we get the move right back up through high of day, a little bit of a fake out up here, and then look at the big move back down. As you can see, it did give us the big move back down, and it did come back up to VWAP, and it tried to poke through. So plenty of opportunity to get out if you were playing this bounce as well, and plenty of ideas to maybe get out of this position as it got denied at VWAP. But then we got another intense move back down here. So if you played this, you might have got faked out a little bit here because it did try to make a new low. But if you were playing maybe off a low a day, you were safe. Could have looked for an ad here looking to stop out under low a day. So it's really, up to you how you trade your plan. The scanner is really just designed to get you to pull the chart up. And sure enough, if you just waited a little bit, it gave you a nice big move. And if you were waiting with a little bit extra, you sure got rewarded because look, it went right back up to high a day, tried to go high a day again, another fake out, kind of consolidates, tries to get back up there one last time, double tops up there at high day and gets absolutely rejected. Starts to kind of form a little bit of a descending triangle and just gets smashed. Now look at the big intense move down. And then it gets bought right back up, and then it comes back up. And now there wasn't really any intense moves. Again, this is just kind of some consolidation. Actually a little bit of like a flag or a pennant, whatever you want to call it, and it decided to break down on a huge intense move. And look at what it did. If you got any part of that, it actually just rubber banded all the way back up here, almost a full point. And then it ended up getting shot down. So just the volatility on this thing was absolutely amazing. Just watching it, I remember watching this for most of the day. Kind of consolidates in a nice little range here, and then again right on the scanners as it broke high of day one last time, but again just got shoved down, and this thing got absolutely obliterated. As you can see, it did get all the way back down under VWAP. And again, if you got in anywhere, like if you were averaging down, scaling into your position, it did give you a pop. It gave you a pop back up through VWAP, so you should have been safe there. And again, we got another intense move down. It gave you a pop up, and then another intense move down. Say you kind of got in here with the consolidation, got kind of stuck in here, and then it consolidated. This was kind of a crappy situation. But if you're one that likes to invest, you still got rewarded because it was a big intense move down. Look how extended it got away from VWAP, and it tried to bounce again. So if we let's scroll over a little bit more, see into the after hours just out of curiosity. I guess I gotta get rid of all that, and it actually kept dumping. So that was a pretty nasty move at the end of the day, but it gave you plenty of opportunity to make plenty of money on all these other moves. Just absolutely beautiful. All these intense moves throughout the day. Yeah, so that was OPGN. All right, coming in at number 2, we got TNAV. We're going to be focused on this alert right here, and my dot got smaller again. Not sure why it keeps doing that. 10:57 at 7:06. So let's take a look. Now, this one was a bit interesting. Kind of just fell off the face of the earth. Obviously, there was most likely some news involved, but you will see, let's click over to the 1 minute. You will see that there were some consolidation and there were some pops back up. So there were opportunities, like on this big move down, there was opportunity to get out if you scaled in. And on this big move down, there was opportunity to get out if you scaled in. Somewhere in here it got halted. I don't remember. If I go back to the 2 minute, I can tell. Let's see. Yeah, it was right here. I believe it's 1048, 1054, yeah. So it got halted, and this thing was just pretty much free falling. So once you get to that point, there's strategies involved where the best thing might be to kind of admit you're wrong, right? Most trades, you don't want to let your ego get involved. So if you were able to admit you were wrong somewhere along the lines here on TNAV and you look for a re-entry, this thing could have highly rewarded you. On the scanner at 1057 at 706 is when we got the alert. So 706 come at 1057. So it was right here on this candle. We got the alert. So if you got in here and then you ended up kind of scaling into this thing down here 586, so your average is most likely going to be somewhere in here, maybe even a little bit lower depending on how you scale in, and just longs take longer. Look at this nice ascending trend line. And then out of nowhere, I was actually watching this thing when it happened. I mean, it was just in a blink of an eye. This thing went from 670s to 750 something, and it was halted. I mean, literally in a matter of like 5 seconds. So again, average anywhere down here, and this thing goes up and gets halted, you're pretty happy. You can sell going into the halt. You can look for it to kind of continue when it comes out, which it tried before it got rejected pretty hard. But again, just the huge move, as you can see, makes a huge move down and then slowly comes up, and the shorts, I guess, kind of ran out of sellers at this point, and they move back up. Longs take a little bit longer. So yeah, TNAV might have been a little bit of a tricky one, but there was plenty of opportunity on this thing. So if your risk management was in place, and that's really all there is to it. Sometimes you need to manage your risk, and if sometimes these trades happen, and depending on how you trade them, they could be very profitable. So that was TNAV. On to the next one. Okay, and at number 1, we're going to finish it up here with BITA. Let me pull down the alert. So on BITA, we had, where is it at? There it is, 933 at 1210. So let's bring that up. Oops. What was it at? Sorry, 1210. Alrighty. So almost kind of bottom tick that one. So right at the bell, we get a huge move up, and I know that this was on the scanner because I pulled it up. It just ended up not being one of the top alerts on the day. So we get the big move up here towards 13, gets rejected, comes all the way down, and it alerts us for a possible bullish reversal at 1210. So pull the chart up, it actually gets bought right back up, kind of consolidates right here around the alert, and then starts to ascend and eventually gets to a high up here at 1325 area. Sorry, I circled a little too far to the left. So the alert down here at 1211, and it gives you a full point over the course of the next few hours, really giving you no reason to get out. Once it started to kind of rise up, kind of just went low, lower volume trade, but again, longs take a little bit longer, and this thing just ended up being a grinder for the rest of the day in a very good way. So that's our top 5 ISW alerts for this past week. It was a short week. We had Labor Day. Hopefully everyone had a great Labor Day weekend. I am actually going to be gone next week. I'm going on a cruise, so I'm not sure if we will have a video next week. Maybe not. Someone might fill in for me. If not, I will be back the following week. So everyone stay green next week, and then I will see you in, I guess, 2 weeks. Peace.